Alright, here we go. We have three equations, three unknowns. Now, our first problem doesn't require us to solve. Read the statement. It says, just determine there is a candidate given as a solution here in part one. This is our candidate. So as you expected, there are three numbers rather than in 9.1, section 9.1, we had two numbers to check. Now we have three because we have an extra variable. So you need to check all three variables, numbers into three variables, and see each and every of these equations are correct each time, okay? So some people just check it in the first equation and say, oh, this is the solution. No, it must provide this equality in all three. So don't be lazy, check all three, okay? But usually, if the first one holds, the rest holds, but you can never be sure. So all I'm gonna do is, one by one, write those equations here. And every time I see x, what do I enter? I see x, I enter 3, first number. That's a 3. Every time I see y, what do I enter? The second one, 5. And when I see z, I enter 3. Okay? So the first number here is minus 2 times 3 is minus 6. The second one is minus 5. The third one is 6 times 3, negative 18. And I won't match this until I compute simplify this. Minus 6 minus 5 adds into minus 11. But these two adds into minus 29. Now let's bring this all the way here. Now what do you see? Do you have an equality? Did you get the same thing on the right and left? Yep. Put the check mark. If you want, you can bring minus 29 here as well, but with a question mark. We are not sure yet, but here we are sure. And this is the end of checking for first equation. So far I'm feeling 90% chance this is a solution, so you can risk it, but I will still check the second and third equations and make sure, okay? So how do I check the second equation? I will just do it here. Every time I see x, I put 3. And then I see 3y, I put 3 times what? 5. And then I see minus z, and I will take negative of that number. Question mark, is this really 15? Let's see. Yeah, these two are canceling. You see plus 3, minus 3, right? And 3 times 3, 5 is, since the first grade or second grade. When did you guys learn it? Second grade? Since the second grade is 15. So, let's go. We're good with this. Now I'm 95% sure this is a solution. Now we need to be 100% sure. Let's go with the third one. Negative 2 times 3 minus 2 times 5. This is now straightforward, right? And minus 6, minus 10, and 9. Wait a second, what's going on here? Did I get everything right? 3 into x, 5 into y, 3 into z. Is this really going to be minus 7? Yeah, it is. It's a moment of surprise, but no, it's just me. Minus 7. Minus 7. So, my instincts were right. Yeah, we are 100% sure this is the solution. This is the solution of the question. Okay, now there is a second part of this problem, but now you know what to do, right? Put 2 in x, 1 in y, 4 in z. Let's check in one of these equations quickly. 3 times 3, I'm putting 2 in x, 2 plus 3, 5, take away 4, 1. No, it's not a solution, right? Just check the easiest equation here. Second one is easiest. 2, 1, 4. 2, 1, 4 in there. It will never make 15. That one's easy. Good. Any questions? So checking whether you're right or wrong is easy. Question is, how did they arrive at this solution? How did this mass turn into a nice single point? Okay? We're going to take a look at this in problem number 2. Of course, you're not alone. There is a guide next to you. These are the steps you need to follow to get that 3 values. Get those 3 values and also check back if you have time. Check back in the equation. If it satisfies you, good. All right, any questions so far though? Okay, let's take a look at the equations given. I immediately see these are somehow different than what's given in the first problem. Look, here's the first problem. This guy. Take a good look at it. Are you copying this in your memory? Okay. And these. What's different? If you don't see any difference, that's not good. There should be a difference, you see.
All the variables should be on the same side.
Yeah, these equations have variables all over the place, like some on the left, some on the right, and some even between parentheses. Yeah, we have 3 equations, 3 unknowns, so it's like just like example problem 1. But this time you have some y's on the left, some x's on the right, and some of them are grouped into the same parentheses. So first step is prepping the question. You need to prepare the question for solution, solving it. We need to write the equation in standard form. Basically, bring the variables, bring the letters, variables to left. Okay? To the left side. Okay, so I'm going to do one step here. So take some space here and rearrange the terms. Bring only the variables to the left. Leave the constants on the other side. So when I bring 5y to the left, what happens? It becomes -5. It flips the sign of the coefficient. How about 2z, -2z? When it jumps to the other side, it turns to +2z. How about, okay, equal sign, -5. Are you happy -5 on the other side? Yes, so we don't touch the numbers. Leave the -5 on that side, okay? So, first equation ready. Any questions on the first equation? Again, how did 5y jump to the other side like this? We're technically subtracting 5y from both sides. That's how, okay? 5y goes to the left as -5y. Okay, next. I'm going to move this 2x to the left, but that's not the only issue with this equation. We also have a parentheses issue. How do I clear the parentheses? How do I clear this? I don't want to see a parentheses. Simply multiply out -1. This is actually -1 to each variable. -1 times x is -x, right? And then -1 times -y is +y. In other words, this negative sign is flipping the original signs inside the parentheses. It's positive to negative now, and then negative to positive. Okay? All right, I have -2z, and then this, there is a jumper, 2y from other side jumping into the left side, correct? And it becomes -2x. And a loner. This guy is -2, is just sadly left alone on the right side. That's what we want, correct? So is the second equation ready? Can we go to the next?
No, mine like
Right, we want to see x, y, z all on the left, but we want to see only single letter x, single letter y, single z. I have double x's here. So we need to combine them. What happens if you bring minus x and minus 2x together? They become minus 3x. And this guy is history. Take that off. Okay, makes sense? The last one. Looks like the messier one, right? Let's turn for this one. Let's first clear this parentheses by simple multiplication. What is 8 times x? And then y, correct? 8y, correct. And this is a jumper, goes to the left, minus 5y. This is another jumper, goes to the left as 6z. All together we have 19. Am I missing something? Next, we add like terms, nothing like x, but something like y, right? I need to bring these together. Can I do it on the spot? 8 take away 5 is 3y. There you go. Problem solved. Finally, we are ready to solve. This was this prep step. Check. Now we are in step 2. Different color. Let's read. Choose a pair of equations. There are 3 equations here. You're going to choose any two. Any two. And eliminate one of the variables of your choice by addition method though. Eliminate one of the variables, any variable you don't like, needs to go by addition method. Okay? Is it clear what it says? First, let's do step by step. Choose a pair of equations. Which pair you want to take? First and second one? Could it be second and third? Yeah. Could it be first and third? Yeah. Nobody cares, okay? But you said first and second, I'll go with first and second. I respect your opinion, okay? Alright. But I just want to keep record of your choices, so I'm going to mark it, your choice. Where's my shades? Here we go. This was your choice. You went with first and second. Because I don't want to make the same choice again later. And I will take that choice on a separate page, part, and work on it there. So that was your choice. Let's work on it. 4x minus 5y plus 2z equals minus 5. And negative 3x, don't leave out that negative. Y and 2z equals minus 2. Now, it's time. We chose, no, you're in step 2. We chose a pair, you're good with that. Now you're going to eliminate one of the variables, there are 3 here, by side-by-side addition. Which variable is an easy target? You can eliminate any one of your choice. You can, if you don't like x, you have personal issues with x, you can eliminate that, okay? You don't like the variable y, you can eliminate that, it's okay. But sometimes there is an easy one, easy target you can easily kill without less effort. Who said y? You want y?
No.
Why do you think y is easy to eliminate?
Because it's by itself and that multiply the bottom one by 5.
That's actually a good idea. Jay says, look, this is by itself, and this is 5. To eliminate it, I need 5. It's not too hard for me to multiply this thing by 5. This way I will have positive 5y, negative 5y, and kill them. Okay? There is an easier prey for us. Who is that? It's not y. It works. You can do that. I'm gonna go with the easier one.
Z.
Z. Look for a variable with the same coefficients but opposite signs. What happens when you add them?
Cancel.
They cancel. When you add these things side by side now, add these two positive and negative 2 become 0z. You don't even need to write it, okay? I'm taking it back. You don't need to show 0z, but it's 0, it's gone. Okay, but how about what happens to these guys? These guys add into 4, take away 3, 1x or just x. Negative 5 plus 1y, negative 4y, and the other side, negative 7. Okay? We're done with step 2. Okay, what is next? Choose a different, the keyword, different pair of equations and eliminate the same variable. So there are 2 things you need to pay attention. Now you're gonna make another selection, but this time you're gonna pick different pairs and eliminate the same variable. Don't go with y. You eliminated here z, right? You still need to eliminate next the same variable z. Okay? So which 2 you wanna pick now? Yeah, which 2? Bottom 2? Oh. Because it's filled. I don't like filling. Oh, let's choose no fill then. But it's still gonna be black though. I was trying to choose a different color. Didn't happen. But you got the idea, right? We're choosing the 2, bottom 2 now. Alright, what are we gonna do? Same work you did here will be done between these guys, but for any variable? No, for z. You're eliminating z again. So I will take it to the side. Goes to 2 minus 3x plus y minus 2z equals minus 2. So plus y. And 8x plus 3y. Now this one is gonna be nasty because there is no easy killing here. Who's our target again? Z is our target. We need to get that guy out of our equation. Unfortunately, just adding these 2 won't help us. This is minus 2, this is plus 6. So we need to adjust the numbers in front.
Multiply the top.
Yeah, we have the multiplication tool. This is the only tool you have. You can change these numbers. Top one can be multiplied by a number and be made 6. That number is 3, right? So we will multiply this top equation by 3.
Multiplied by negative 3. So never mind.
Okay, good question. I like it. Your friend says, should we multiply by negative 3 so that this can turn into positive 6? But then positive 6 and positive 6 will join bigger, which is our nightmare. We want to kill them, 0, right? So they need to be
I just wrote it
enemies.
down wrong.
Okay. So we need to make opposite sign. This is already opposite, so just maintain that by multiplying by 3. Okay. Now let's do it on the next line. So take a break. And I will write the new equation right here. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9x, right? You're just multiplying out. And then the rest is the same. Are we happy? Who's grumpy?
You just need to put a 3 in front of the y.
Yeah. I missed multiplying the second one. This happens a lot if you're excited. So don't get excited. It's 3 times y is 3y. Another point for mistakes. Yeah?
You should multiply 3 negative 2.
Right. This 3 not only multiplies the left side, but it also multiplies everything in the right side. So this is also 6. Alright, we're ready for massacre. This is the fun part. Take your color pen of your choice, blood red is best. And then add the rest side by side. No more killing though, there is survivors here. Negative 9 and 8 is minus x. 3 and 3, 6y. And minus 6, 19, 13. By the way, I forgot to mention one thing. Please don't lose your earlier work. Look, I did a lot of work. I'm almost losing that important part. So put it in a frame so you can get it later. The work you got earlier, this one, and new work you obtain here is this one. You obtain 2 equations. We're done with step 3. Are 3 unknown, 3 equations turned into 2 boxes with one equation on the first one, another equation on the other one. However, you will tell me what's great about these new equations. What is great about them?
X cancels out.
No, you're seeing the next step right now. Right now, present case situation.
Variables.
Hmm?
Two variables.
Yeah. You had 3 things messing with you. Now you have only 2 non-variables to be found and 2 equations present. Don't we need only 2 equations to find 2 unknowns? So this is now your new pair. This messy equation turned into only 2. One is x minus 4y equals minus 7, that top. And the second is minus x plus 6y equals 13. 3 unknowns gone. We have 2 unknowns, 2 equations. Okay? Now where are we in these steps? We are done with this. As I said, when you are done with the first 3 steps, you have now 2 variables and 2 equations. Guess how we are gonna solve this? Is this something new to you, this stuff? We spent the whole hour last time on this, right? This is 9.1. Go see the previous class if you missed it. In section 9.1, we solved 2 equations with 2 unknowns. That's what we are gonna do. And at this stage, you have 2 methods available. First one is substitution. The second one is addition, right? Which one you like? You want to do substitution method or addition method here? Because one of the variables scream do addition. Which one? Which variable screams do addition? Yeah, look at this. Positive 1x, negative 1x. They are opposite signs. Same number in front, but opposite signs. So when you add them, they will just disappear, right? So we will do addition method rather than substitution. You can do substitution. So you have the choice of substitution method or addition, but I like addition for this one. I kind of always like addition. I like multiplying things, so addition method is my favorite. But if you like substitution, it's fine. Alright, let's add these things. Do we need to multiply both sides with anything? No, already match. So take that red color of your choice and add things. And I added these minus 4 and 2 plus 6, it becomes 2y. What is 7 and 13 make?
6.
Oh, you're right, it's not 7. Yeah, there is a minus sign here. So it is 6 with this green box. Right? Correct? Okay, now how do you solve for y? Divide by 2. And you need to divide that box by 2 as well. No, I'm kidding, I don't want to confuse you. It's just something left out my earlier work. So 6 over 2 is 3. Whew. Finally, we caught one of the fishes. There are 3 fishes you're going after. Who are they? X, Y, Z. You're gonna find each, and finally you will make a triple coordinate out of them. X will go here, Y go there, Z go there. But so far, you have 1 in your pocket. There are 2 more to go. Too boring, right? X and Y can be solved from this equation. So I have Y. How do I get X? That's my question now. You can use top or bottom. Either one is fine. So at this point, you always use your previous findings. You're not gonna build anything new. No new equations required. Only use recent finding into past equations. So you have 2 options you can plug this y into. Which one you like? Top one? So I will use this in x minus 4y equals minus 7. All you need to do is you caught a fish, use it as a bait for the next hunt. We are hunting for x. So y is going in, x is all surprised, and we are going to catch x now by leaving it alone. So this is minus 12. Put it to the other side. X is negative 19. Am I right? Of course I'm wrong. This is positive 12 when you transfer negative 12 to the other side. So this is x is 5. Whew. One more in the basket. One left. Z. Where do you get Z? How'd you get Z? Can I use this equation to get Z? No, it doesn't have Z. Can I use this equation? Bad idea, it doesn't have Z. I don't have anything else. Really? No, we have a lot. You can use this. You can use that. You can use the third one if you wish. Which one you like?
First one. Actually, you want to simplify here with the variables on one side.
Alright. You can use one of these, but I don't recommend it. Again, why? Because this is Z's all over the place. X's and Y's are in parentheses. You need to simplify. These are not well cooked meal. It's not ready. It's not ready meal. So you have a better prepared meal here. Why don't you use one of these dishes? Try them. They are delicious. Okay? Try one of these. Plug in X, Y, and Z, X and Y, any one of these dishes. Which one? First one. So put 5 in X. Put 3 in Y. And put nothing in Z because we are hunting down Z, right? Okay, don't work on previous work like this. Just take it in a safe spot and work it out, please. So, as long as you can memorize that equation, 4x, 5y, 2z. 4x, 5y, and 2z equals, do you feel dizzy after this class? -5, you go a lot of up and down. And 5, 3, again, this is 5, this is 3. All right, somebody multiply these, 5 and 4, 20. Take away 15, and 2z is -5. This is 5, 2z, and I'll take this 5 to the other side by subtracting it, is -10, z is -5. Okay? The last one is cut, and we put it here, and this is our final answer. How can I be sure this is right answer? Substitute back in the equation. Jenna, you have a question. Where are you stuck?
I mean, that's not what I got.
You didn't get this?
No, I'm just kidding, I see what you did.
Okay. Any questions? Now, how can I make sure this is the right solution? Let's say you have time in your hands. You think you got the right solution, but I need to be 100% sure. I don't want to be disappointed when the exam was turned in and graded and you got nothing in this problem. You were hoping full credit, you got nothing. Why? Because you didn't test it out. Test 5, 3, and -5 in these equations. Either this set, but you may have a mistake here. What if you made a mistake? So safest bet is substitute them back in this original one, okay? That's the safest option. If you substitute here, what if you made a mistake from here to there, right? That's important. But I'm sure I'm right. Actually, I'm not. I trust you. All right, this one, how many solutions we get? One solution, check. And that solution had 3 components. One for x. I need your help.
5, 3,
-5.
No, that one was 3, the last one was
3,
5.
Thank you. I told you I might, right? But again, imagine you don't have this computer to test your answer. On paper test, you must test it here, okay? And make sure left and right side match. Last question of the day is a word, real life question, word problem. Now, what is the difference here? A lot of words, of course, but here is the difference. Somebody made the halfway through on this question and gave you these equations already for you. Okay, this was great help, thanks. They have provided the equation. Here, you have no equations at all. Do you see any x, y, z's? No. Instead, they have given us a story to read. So you need to take your time, understand this story, then build your equations slowly. Because if you end up with the wrong equations, whole next 20 minutes of your life will be wasted. Because you're working on the wrong equation. Okay? So read it. Keep reading. Alright, ready? Did you understand what's going on here? Alright, here's the story. Pierre inherited $133,900 from his uncle. What a lucky son of a gun, right? 133 grand, great. From his uncle, and decided to invest the money. Good idea. Don't spend it on cars, okay? Stupid. How would you invest your money? How old are you? Okay. He put part of the money in a money market account. So some part of the money goes into money market account. Let's write it down. Money market. Some money is going here, and that money market earns 2.9% interest. Okay. And another part of the money goes into where? Where does he invest? Stocks. Okay. Stock market. And the third part, what a coincidence. Money splits in 3 ways, not 4 or 2. Why do you think? Because we have X, Y, Z's in this section, right? 3 ways. Okay, the third one is a mutual fund. But this one is losing 2% interest. Okay, the third one is mutual fund. What else do we know? Other than the interest or your profit and loss rates, we know how much money you put in. No, we don't know how much money you put in, but we know that you put 10 grand more in stock than mutual fund, and you earn in 1 year $3,240 from these interests and some losses as well. Determine the amount invested in each account. So this is telling you what your variables are. How many different accounts we have? 3. You're gonna determine each. So there are 3 unknowns here you need to decide. So we need to start calling them a name. What do you want to call money market? A? X. X is a good choice. Can I use A? Yeah, why not? What do you want to call for stock? How much you invest in stock called Y? We don't know it, so it's Y. Do we know how much we invest in mutual fund? No, we are looking for it, so we call it chicken. No? Z. Yeah, you can call anything you wish. But we go with X, Y, Z's. We are more comfortable with them. Okay. Everything is great. There you go. Solve it. Now, what do I need? Now, I know I determined three variables. But to be able to solve 3 variables, what do I need? 3 equations. I need to build those equations now. Okay? So let's say, who can build some equation between X, Y, and Z with this data? Come on. Use something. And tell me an equation. First of all, mark the numbers. Those equations will use these numbers. Think this. How can I use this total money inherited, 133,900 in an equation? How can I use it? That's the total money I have. And it's split in 3 ways. Does it ring a bell? Yeah, when I combine these accounts, X plus Y plus Z, all 3 accounts, because these are part of this amount. When I combine them back, it's gonna make this money. Great. That's a relief. You at least got 1 equation, 2 more to go. What's the second equation? How do you build it? So this is off. I used it, trash. Now I have another number, actually a lot of numbers here. And there is a number in that sentence as well. These three numbers and this, I believe, is gonna make some equations. Anyone? Oh, this one too.
Would be x times 2.9 plus y 0.06 or 6%
Mm-hmm.
plus z negative 2%
Mm-hmm.
equals 32.3.
You're using this number, 3240. I get that part at least, okay? But so do you know where he's going? If you're using this number, this is for your total amount you made after 1 year. That means these are your earning amount. To be able to compute your earning, you need to use your interest rates. He's using how much X the money market made if you are earning 2.9 rate. So to compute that, you need to take 2.9% of X. How do you write this properly? This is not mathematical. You can't write 2.9% X like this. How do you change 2.9% into mathematical expression?
Change it to a fraction.
Change it to a fraction. Perfect. Whenever you see percent next to thing, you just turn this into a ratio of 100 and compute this decimal. Compute this decimal in a calculator. It's gonna be 0.029. Okay? That percent means, this means take ratio of this thing with 100 and compute that decimal. So it is not this anymore. .029 X. So this is the amount I earned from money market. Money market is this much. How much did I earn from stocks? Stocks coming up next to give me this total. How much? 0.06. Why? I just switched 6% into 6 over 100, which is 0.06, okay? And how much did I earn in mutual funds? It's 0.02. I heard a negative sound. Why? Because you lost money on them. So it's a negative amount. Does it make sense? Whew. 2 out of 3 complete. The third one. How'd you get the third one? All is used. Trash. All is used. Trash. What's the remaining part in the statement? What is left?
10 grand.
Yeah. This sentence never been used anywhere in the solution. How do you change this into equation? 10,000 more money in stocks than mutual fund. 10,000 more in stock markets than in mutual fund.
Y minus C.
Say it again.
Y minus C.
Y minus Z is, yeah, you're close,
Equals 10,000.
equals 10,000. This is one way. Look, that means the difference between stock and mutual fund, this is stock market, stock money. This is mutual fund. The difference should be 10,000 if first one is more than 10,000 more, right? The difference is 10,000. Or, this is 100% correct. I'm okay with that. There is another way. you can write that third equation, but I like this slightly better. The other way is how much you invest in stocks, Y. How much you invest in mutual funds, Z. Y and Z, right? Just change this. 10,000 more in stocks means stocks money is 10 grand. Oops, 1 0 missing. $10,000 plus the mutual fund. Okay, this is another way to write this equation. But why do I like this one better?
All the variables are on the same side.
Yes, all the variables are on the left. If I start with this one, I will bring Z to the left anyways because I want everything in standard form. Y minus Z equals 10,000 is better. Any questions? Alright, you're gonna go solve this now. I did the hard part. The easy part is not so easy, though. You are going to pick pairs, eliminate one variable. Pick another pair, eliminate that same variable. Then you're gonna get two equations, two unknowns, solve them by addition or substitution method, and bring everything back and write out. You can start a little bit if you want. This is ugly, right? Decimals. Very ugly. How would you fix it? If you don't like this much decimals, how would you fix? You have one tool, multiplication. If you don't like decimals, why don't you multiply this, for example, with 1,000? And this is going to make it 29x. This is going to make it 60. And this is going to make it 20z with 1,000. 1,000 times 0.0229 multiplied with a calculator. It's going to turn this into 29. This is going to make 60. And this is going to make 20. If you don't want to make this large, you want a little bit decimals, you can make this 100, and this will be 2.9, 6 and 2. It's going to be similar to this, if you like that better. Actually, I recommend multiplying by 100 and make this 2.9. This is 6 and this is 2. Make it 100, because now you can eliminate them easier. Alright? And then you need to multiply this one by 100, of course, not 1,000. Alright? So there is not any difficult part in solving this. It's just pretty much the same thing we did earlier. Here is another hint I can give you. This is already a single equation, you see? I'm sorry, two variables. Pick the first two equations, eliminate x's in the first two equations. You will have yz from this, and combine with this, solve it that way. It's just going to be shortly easier, okay? Okay? Anyways, we can continue this on Monday if you have trouble. Otherwise, we'll go to the next section.